MPs threaten to sue Boris Johnson unless he acts over Russian meddling in UK polls.
Here's a summary of the article.
A cross-party group of MPs is threatening to sue Boris Johnson unless he orders an independent investigation into Russian interference in recent UK elections and the 2016 Brexit vote. The MPs say the government's refusal to investigate Kremlin meddling is a breach of the European Convention on Human Rights, which enshrines the right to free elections in Article 3. Ministers' behaviour to date has been shockingly complacent and negligent. The government cannot be allowed to shirk this because Tory party coffers are topped up with Russian money. The MPs call on the government to implement the recommendations of Parliament's Intelligence and Security Committee. Its long-awaited Russia report, which Johnson suppressed before the last general election, was finally published last month. The ISC described the UK as a clear target for Russian disinformation and money laundering, and called on Johnson to launch a full inquiry. Bradshaw said voters deserve to know the extent of Russian interference in British politics and accused the government of looking the other way.
This post received a score of 38,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
They'll do fuck all 100 times over.
Honestly, this government is taking the Trump approach of having a new scandal every week to keep everyone occupied while we all subsequently forget about the last scandal. You can't even give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. They are a fucking shambles. The lunatics truly have taken over the asylum. All the while the Therese mates are getting contracts out of it, and there's fuck all the electorate can do about it. This government is dragging British democracy through the mud for a buck, and it sickens me.
Don't get desensitized like we have, or you're gonna have a bad time.
Well, the issue is we don't have a general election until 2024, so unless there's some kind of internal self-combustion within the Conservative Party, there is very little anyone can do to adjust the trajectory of Boris' big bastard Brexit blowout. I'm hoping there will be some internal reckoning, but I doubt it.
That and an unhealthy amount of the voting population are fucking idiots who don't fact-check anything, yet will believe anything that's shared on Facebook in the form of a picture and a made-up quote law.
This comment is vague enough to be either US or UK.
What's up with Brexit?
Still a shit show. A news article came out today saying that we won't be able to ship migrants from EU countries back to the EU. Because we're not in the EU and don't have a deal or anything. It's to do with asylum-seeking laws and how we can't turn them away. Who knew that leaving the EU meant that we would still be getting illegals? I hate Brexit and the UK so much RN.
If we're smart, we'll give them legal status so that they have to be paid the same minimum wage as us, and their only advantage is to compete with British workers on experience. We're not smart, so we're going to take a few, underpay them, erode our own wages, and drown the rest.
Greater than we're not smart, so we're going to take a few, underpay them, erode our own wages, and drown the rest. That might just be the intended plan. Considering the rich have been cashing in on the crash and own the means of labor, I think so. Just another oligarchical takeover.
In an export economy, it would totally make sense for owners of the means of production, from a pure monetary standpoint, to kill your own high-wage citizens and bring in low-wage foreign workers to exploit. Of course, from a human rights perspective, it's an absolute travesty. This is basically what the Western world did with China. It's just super convenient because we don't see it happening. Unfortunately for the West, due to globalization, companies will just pick up and leave once the West no longer suits their needs.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.